Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie and this is Luna Phoenix Tarot. Today I am doing a pick-a-card reading for your shadow side. What shadows are you facing right now? What are you dealing with internally that should be addressed so that you can move on to, you know, whatever it is that you need to move on to the next phase of your life. I have done 4 separate groups and I did pull quite a few cards, so these may be a little long. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody out there. You may also resonate with more than one pile. You'll want to pick the pile that you're most drawn to, not the one that's the most visually appealing. And yeah, just take the message as it resonates, leave what doesn't. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, share the video if you feel like it. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for being here. Thank you guys for your support. It means the most to me. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any housekeeping I need to do. I don't think so. For the most part, the vibration of this channel has stayed pretty positive, so I appreciate that. Oh, I do want to mention, I am not a reader that's going to tell you so-and-so's coming back. All you got to do is, you know, change your whole appearance and they'll be back. That's not what I aim for. I'm not somebody that blows smoke up anybody's ass. I'm very honest and straight to the point. Everything comes from within, right? So what we put out there is what we are attracting. So my goal is to help you unlock parts of yourself that may be keeping you from attracting what you want in your life. My goal is not to have you in a loop of waiting for somebody to come back or waiting for somebody to treat you right. My goal is to help you realize that you're dope as fuck by yourself, and you don't need anybody else to make you you. So, now that that's out the way, we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. This is Shiva Lingam, this is Amethyst, this is Red River Quartz, and this is a Lapis Lazuli Rose. I don't know if you can see it. My lighting is not the best. My setup is not the best, but hey, we're here. It's so beautiful. This camera doesn't know justice. But anyway, I had a really good friend make that for me. So I'll drop her info in the description box. She makes Orgone pyramids, roses, roach clips, all kinds of cool stuff. So anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'll drop timestamps below so that you guys can skip ahead to your reading. Let's see. All right, group 1, the Shiva. The shadow that we had come out is secondary. Okay. Then we have, ooh, why are they upside down? Oh, because I'm crazy. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, 5 of Cups, Peace, Compassion, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. We have sadness. I do want to mention, I had a lot of 15s and a lot of 5s come out in this reading. So you may be seeing 15 or 5, or that may be significant in some way. 5s generally represent change for me. Kind of like a tower moment type thing. And then we have patience. See, we have 23 here twice as well. So we got, what? 5, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, so. All right, guys. So what I got with this was the secondary, okay? when the Three of Cups came out, I already knew how this was going to go. So you guys have been dealing with someone who is kind of a player. Somebody who is in and out. Somebody who, you know, I love you, I'm going to change. I'm going to do this and that and this and that. She's just my friend. You know, whatever. There's nothing wrong with talking to females. And I'm saying male because the Knight of Wands is a male energy. There's a woman depicted here. I mean, it very well could be a woman that you deal with who has a masculine energy, but this is a masculine energy. So that's just how I read. It's not to offend anybody. But the Three of Cups, there's 3 females here. And then here you are alone in the dark. So somebody, I feel like a lot of you feel secondary to other females, secondary to ex-girlfriends, secondary to friends, secondary to, you know, a different lifestyle. And it's like this person has 2 different lives almost. Like they'll go out and, you know, do whatever. Break your heart. Obviously, the 5 of Cups is here. Sadness is here. That's mourning the loss of an emotional connection. Oh, shit. And I just realized. Okay, so the 3 of Cups, and then you're mourning over the 3 of Cups with the 2 in the back. So yeah, some of you have been cheated on by this person a lot, and it's not just like one time. Like this is a cycle. This is a cycle, and it's somebody who comes back offering all these big dreams, you know, big promises. I've changed. I'm gonna do this. Not at all. So you're feeling secondary because I'm not going to focus on this person, although it's very, very toxic energy. And it's created this secondary inferiority type of thing in you where you feel like you're not as good as the people out there. And I can relate to this. I have been there. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what it was about me that wasn't good enough for you. That's not how that works. They're not good enough for you, my friend. So let's get into the guidance part of this because I want to bring the focus back to you, Group 1. Peace, right? That's what we need is some peace from this bullshit. Okay. And I can share part of my stuff. I mean, I'm an open book, and I'm actually going to do a video just kind of going through my little journey. I don't like to talk about myself a lot, but if I can help one person realize what they deserve, then that's what I'm here for. So, all right, so 23, peace, freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. Attachment, that's the key word here. So let's jump into relationship because that's what this is about. When 2 people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as 2 perfectly tuned in instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savored. This is about you. Codependency is coming out really hard for me in this reading. This is about you becoming your own soulmate type thing. This is you remembering who you are before somebody made you feel like you were less than. I want to get more on this, though. Compassion. Ha! Okay, so when this came out, compassion. Let me read this. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart into the world. Now, a little bit about my story. Like I said, I've been this person. She comes back sometimes, and I have to remind myself that I'm perfect the way I am. Not perfect. We all have flaws, but you know what I mean. So anyway, what helped me get over feeling like I was never going to be good enough for not just this person, but anybody, and feeling like I just would never level up to, you know, what everybody wants out there, because I guess I knew what everybody wants, right? I developed a sense of compassion for that person and for the people they were involved with, because if you've been in a situation like this, you know it comes from all angles, right? You get the toxic third parties who are back and forth with you, and you know it's a mess. And I hate those types of situations, but they are huge learning opportunities. So you gain a sense of compassion for this person, right? What a horrible existence to have to be so unfulfilled within yourself that you go bouncing around from person to person, just taking their energy, taking their time, taking their effort, and just still not filling that void. What a horrible existence that must be. So when you look at things from that perspective, it doesn't, you have to be careful, because you don't want to get on this high horse like I'm better than you, because you don't want to switch that energy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take on their persona and become this, you know, high horse type of person. But when you have the right compassion for this person and understand that they're living their own journey, they have to go through their own lessons, and you can separate yourself from their lessons and from their bullshit, really, I say run from this situation. If you're in a position where you can get away and focus on you. It's the best thing you could ever do. But when you get this compassion for them, it takes the burden off of you. You don't have to hold that space for them to come back and use you again, you know? Then we had the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? This is not easy to go through. So you're waking up to it. You're starting to realize it. If you haven't looked into things like codependency or attachment systems, do that. A lot of it, most of our trauma as adults stems from childhood or past lives that we can't fully remember. A lot of it comes from our childhood. You may felt secondary to siblings growing up, or, you know, something like that. So you'll want to start in the codependency and start going down kind of a rabbit hole of why you feel like you need somebody, or why you feel like you're not good enough. Why does this person trigger me this way? We have sadness, which is self-explanatory, and then we have patience. Patience is huge on this journey, because things don't happen overnight. Sometimes they do. I've seen it happen. But you have to be patient, and you have to keep your head strong. Because when you're going through these moments of self-identification and gaining clarity on yourself, it becomes really hard, because you start to remember things that happened to you that were painful, and it'll take you back to that place. And I mean, you'll break down, you'll cry, you'll get angry. It happens to me still. Allow yourself to feel that, and then get to the root of it. So for me, you know, when I gain this compassion and I start looking, okay, so I'm looking at these other women in the world, particularly ones that my ex was attracted to. What is it about me, right? If it's not a physical thing, because they look different than me, we're not the same type at all. So what is it about me? And then I realized that I trigger this person because I make them grow, right? I don't accept bullshit anymore. Now, I used to, which made it easy to come in and out, right? When you set a boundary, that's usually when they're out the door, right? Well, you need to stop cheating on me. All right, I'm gone. Or I need your help with this. All right, I'm gone, right? It becomes too difficult. So I realized that it's not a me problem. And that's what unlocked everything for me, was realizing it's not me. It is, but it isn't. I'm allowing this person to do these things to me because I have an attachment issue. I have a codependent type personality. I have these things going on where I feel like I need somebody for validation instead of needing myself for validation. This is all about taking the steps to count on you to make yourself feel big and not somebody else. Because when you let somebody else make you feel big, they have the power to make you feel really fucking little too. So, anyway, I'm going to leave that with you guys. I hope it resonates. If not, check out one of the other readings, and I will see you guys soon. All right, group 2. Amethyst. All right, so group 2, we have distant. I keep hearing distant lovers every time I look at this card, but that's... Anyway. Alright, so we have Queen of Swords. Makes sense. 4 of Wands. 2 of Wands. I did clarify these. We have the Tower. Then we have the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Soulmate. Time to go. Don't let pride get in your way. And empowerment. Alright. So your shadow that you're dealing with right now is being distant, kind of closed off, not expressing yourself, and that's very Queen of Swords energy, extremely. You don't say a lot. You just kind of, it's like an observing energy. You're watching people. You're taking things in and just kind of, not really engaging. The 4 of Wands is a card about, ironically, foundations and celebration, engagements, marriages, things like that. But then it was clarified by the Tower, which is the collapse of a foundation. We have the 2 of Wands here, which this card always tells me that you're longing for something that you know is out there. There's more to this world, there's more to life, and you have just this urge to go see what it is. Like, you just feel a pull to travel, to meet new people, and it's keeping you from being connected to anybody around you. With that, we have the 7 of Wands. This is an energy about blocking energy. I mean, the 9 of Wands is also a very guarded energy. This is somebody who's been abused, though. This is somebody who's been in a battle. This is somebody who has had to fight to be where they are. This soulmate card, to me, if you look at him, he's a ghost, right? I always get weird vibes from that card. I feel like it's a card of either longing for somebody who's not there anymore, or like a longing for somebody that you've never had. Like, I feel like you keep looking for somebody that just sets your soul on fire and you're not getting it. We got time to go. Don't let pride get in your way. And empowerment. So, let's see. I want to see what the book says on soulmate, because this card just always, I don't know, I always get weird vibes from it. Alright, soulmate. I'm just throwing shit around. Okay. Okay, so basically it's saying that your soulmate isn't far from you. You can call this person in. And how do you call in a soulmate, you ask? Well, you work on yourself. So, people used to always tell me, don't go looking for love, it'll find you. It's very true. However, that didn't resonate with me. What resonates with me is when I love myself, it radiates out and people see that love and they recognize it. And that's what attracts love. So, time to go. I'm going to see what that says too. Time to go. Endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. Like I said, a longing to get out and see new things, meet new people. You just kind of feel like you're over it, like it's done, okay? What's next? And I think that's why I'm getting such weird vibes with this soulmate card, because I don't feel like it's a person you're looking for. Maybe it's you you're looking for. Group 2. Sorry, I know I'm breathing hard, you guys. I'm still fighting whatever it is that I had, so. Okay, so the thing with this is you know, like, I feel like you guys are very strong, and I feel like you guys are very, you go for what you want. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are. Like, you don't try to fit in with anybody. You do what you like to do. You don't let anybody run over you. But you're not feeling empowered, and I feel like that's why empowerment's here. You're feeling kind of worn out, and that's what the 9 of Wands is about. It's kind of like you feel like you've been spinning your wheels in the situation that you're in. I feel like some of you, it's a life path journey. It's not a relationship. You feel like you've tried so much to get to, you know, what it is that you want to do with your life. Who do you really want to be? Where do you want to go? And you're not finding it. And I think it's because you guys, you're very closed off. So, you know the opportunities are out there. You know that there are people out there that can help and guide you, but you don't fully let them in. You're very guarded, very guarded. And I think that's why Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way is here. Where's the book on that one? I'm just going to read the book on all of them, you guys. I'm just playing. Because pride, people always think pride is something like, you know, I'm the shit. You know, I got all these nice clothes, blase, squaze. No. Pride is, you know, I'm not going to get hurt and you're not going to hurt me, so I'm going to block you from even talking to me. That's, I mean, it's pain, but it's also pride. You're too proud. It's like too proud to ask for anything. Too proud to, you know, stuff like that. Full Moon in Leo. Interesting, because a lot of this is talking about, you know, having good self-esteem, but not being like I just said, arrogant, cocky, things like that. But then it also says a friendship may be ending right now. So I feel like you guys have put a lot into your friends and have come out realizing that they're not necessarily your people. Like, I'm not getting marriage with this Four of Wands like I normally do. I'm getting a different type of foundation. I want to clarify this just a little bit. What other messages do we have for group 2, Spirit? That was like pretty deliberate there. All right, so we got the Ten of Wands and the Fool. A lot of you are like the matriarch or the patriarch of your group of friends. You were the person that everybody goes to when they need solid advice. You are the one that everybody goes to when they need help with anything. You know, hey, I broke down, you got them. You know, hey, can I borrow 20 bucks? You got them. That type of person. But you're taking on all of their energy, all of their baggage, and it's dragging you down. And that's why you feel just wore out. And the Fool is here. Now, the Fool has two meanings to me. There's a caution to not be blinded, to pay attention to where you're going. And I think that's so that you don't get in this same type of situation and you kind of just focus on you. Give that same energy to yourself that you're giving to other people. But it is a leap of faith. And the message that I'm getting for you guys is to don't worry so much about where you're going. You'll get there. Just take the step to get on the journey, and you'll get there. There's no direct path to where you need to be because you're multifaceted. You guys are skilled at several different things. You're good at several different things. You have to be open, and I feel like the universe is kind of making you be more open because you're very closed off and distant, and, you know, I've already said that like 1,000 times in this reading, but this is the universe making you guys say, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. Because if they don't make you, you'll never do it. So, yeah, I mean, time to go is here also. We also have a couple nines here. 9 is about an ending. Coming up to an ending. 9 is also my life path number. I don't know why I feel the need to say this. If you haven't looked into your life path number, look into it. It's very insightful. You can just go on Google and type it in. I don't have a specific website for it. It's very interesting, though, to find out, you know, based on numerology, how your life is set up, or what your trajectory is. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that with you guys. I hope it resonates. If it didn't, check out one of the other readings. If it did, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. All right, group 3. Let's see what we got here. We have Vengeful. Ooh, snapped. Ah, you can't really see it. She has an axe. Let's see, 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands, King of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords, Empress, 9 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Self-Love, another 6, Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon, Allowance, another 9. We got a lot of 9s here. And Regeneration, which breaks down to 10. We also have 10s here. Okay. So the shadow that you guys are facing right now, group 3, is vengeful. This is an energy of what it says, wanting revenge against somebody. You're very angry at somebody. And rightfully so. This person was smug. This person was an asshole, for lack of better words. Somebody who betrayed you, went behind your back, did some shit. Looks like they might have cheated on you. For some of you, a small group of you, I'm feeling like they got somebody pregnant. Some of you, it's the father of your children. Or vice versa, because it could be female. This is somebody you were very much in love with, and it's like something just changed. The King of Cups in reverse is somebody who's unemotional. This is somebody who is immature emotionally. This is somebody who's not connecting. It's upright on your screen because my phone's upside down. But it's somebody who is just not emotional and not connected to their emotions. It's funny though, because right next to it we got the 9 of Cups, which is a card about wish fulfillment and, you know, getting the things that you want. But look at how he sits there with all them cups behind him, like, yeah, I got this. And, you know, I always take that card as kind of, I don't know, it can go two ways with that card, because I do feel like it's somebody who just doesn't, they keep all their emotions to themselves. They're very selfish, very selfish. But an asshole too, like, kind of makes you feel like, almost like nag is what I'm hearing, like naggy, like you just get on their nerves, like it's a gross energy. It's very gross. I don't like it. They make you feel like you're just really low next to them. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles here. This is a card about, oops, it's also a card about self-love. I'm getting chills thinking about this. You guys are very loving and very nurturing. And that's what the Empress is as well. It's a mother energy, nurturing, caring, loving, warm. But they tried to break you down to be somebody else, and you started turning cold and literally vengeful. Like, if you look at the 6 of Swords as well, she's like just wore out, man. Very dark. They're trying to take your light away and rob you of this beautiful energy, which is self-love. A lot of you, I feel like, have self-love. Like, this isn't a struggle for you necessarily, but the person you're dealing with is manipulative as hell. Like, this person, like, I can see you up all night trying to figure out why they think the way they do, why they do the things they do. How can you smile in my face and treat me this way? Like, I don't get it. But deep in your core, you know that you're worth more. So, the message here is surrender and allowance are two big ones that I'm seeing right in my face, and then regeneration, right? Sometimes people come into our lives to teach us something. It could be attachment systems, codependency. It could be, you know, getting you out of your comfort zone so that you make a change for yourself. And I feel like a lot of you, that's what it is. You got comfortable with this person that you didn't want. It's like you stopped working on yourself and stopped trying to be better because this person controlled so much. So why bother, you know? So I truly feel like sometimes we meet people in order to shake us up and rock our foundation so that we can change. What the universe is telling me for you guys is it's time to surrender. You can't change anybody else. And being angry and hateful at them, as awesome as it feels sometimes, is not the way to do it. Because all that does is it keeps you in a loop of hatred and anger and because the more that you give it to them, the more they give it back. You know, it's just like a constant push and pull of dark energy. So when you raise your vibration and you say, you know what, fuck that, I'm going to just pour all this love into myself. Every time I get mad, I'm going to go do something beautiful for myself, and I'm just going to shift everything. Watch how things flow in your life. You're going through a transformation. You're going through death energy. So anything that's not meant to go with you to the next phase of your life isn't going to go, and it's painful. There was love here at one point. So it's going to hurt. But the more that you put that energy inward and heal and take the lessons for what they're worth and learn how to use it moving forward, the easier this transformation becomes. And then we have allowance. It says the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. I think that's so beautiful. I promise you guys, surrendering is hard because you don't know if when you finally get a chance to kind of grab your control back, if you feel like somebody's had control over you, whether it's physical, mental, you know, whatever, and you get a piece of that control back, it's hard not to completely shut down and lock up and don't let nobody else in. Surrendering is difficult because you have to truly just be like, I can't control anything. And you'll come to a place where that is comforting, actually. I'm a very controlling person myself. Not in a bad, like, I'm not trying to control anybody, but I like my life to be a certain way, and I don't want to get hurt, so I oftentimes will create this control around me so that people can't get in. But I promise you, when I said I can't control anything but myself and how I react to things, my life changed. It really did. Things began to flow in and out of my life, like blessings started coming, and blessings I would have never expected started coming in, because I stopped worrying about things that I couldn't fix. So that's my biggest advice to you. Look up some things on how to surrender, how to be at peace with the present. That's a big one. Be present. Don't worry about the past. You can go there and visit sometimes, but come back. Don't sit there. And don't get so far into the future that you're not paying attention to what's going on right now. A lot of times I'll just sit there and I'll breathe. I'll look out the window. I'll look at the sky. I just take in what's going on right now, and it brings me back, so I'm not stressed out all the time. That's extremely helpful for surrendering. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you guys. I hope it resonates. If not, check out one of the other readings. And if it did, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. And I'm not pausing because, yeah. Anyway. Group 4. Alright. Excuse me, guys. Alright, so we have projecting. That's a massive energy right now. 8 of Swords. 4 of Swords. 4 of Cups. Ace of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah. King of Wands. 3 of Wands. 7 of Cups. This one was interesting. This reading, I normally don't look at the cards before I do the actual reading, but this one I did because I was trying to get in depth. This one's interesting. So if this doesn't resonate with you, it's okay, because this is very specific. Chop wood, healing, confidence is your key to success, and victim consciousness. All right, so Sorry. It's a lot of cards for this one. Projection. What is projection? Projection is me being mad at something and projecting it onto you because it's not my fault, it's your fault. Me being mad at you because I spent all my money. Now I'm angry at you because I'm broke. That's projection. Or an example of it. Then we have the Eight of Swords, which is a mental prison. This is being literally trapped by your own mind. This is you not getting out of bed because you just feel like you can't. Physically, you can. I mean, there's nothing physically wrong with you. But mentally, you can't get out of bed. Four of Swords is a card about rest and relaxation, meditation, taking a step back. So, you guys are trying to rest, but you can't. You can't get out of your head. And then we have the Four of Cups here. So 2 fours, which is about stability, foundations, things like that. The Four of Cups is about an offer of love being offered. An offer of love being offered. Profound. A cup of love being offered but not being received. I take this as someone who's very just kind of melancholy, like, man, whatever. You've been hurt in the past, basically, and you can't see the offer for what it is because you're so stuck in the past on what happened. The Ace of Swords is about new beginnings, new ideas, just having a new perspective on things. It can mean cutting something out of your life so that you can move forward. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is about teamwork, building something together, working with friends, family, but it came in reverse. So a lot of you are working by yourself. A lot of you don't have that support. And this is where it gets interesting. And we have the Page of Swords. This is, again, about thoughts, ideas, wanting to expand, gaining knowledge, doing research, things like that. A lot of you are staying up really late at night just in rabbit holes, looking up stuff, researching, all kinds of stuff like that. We got the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands here. And I'm going to show you, because sometimes as tarot readers, we can get a card that has a specific meaning, but the way it's laid out in the reading will tell us something different. Or, just the energy of it is something different. These are a guide to what we're already feeling, so that's how it works. But anyway. Okay, so I have the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords, and then the King of Wands, right? The Queen and the King are looking at each other, but it's like, here I am, but do you see me? Damn it. Can you see me? A lot of you have issues with your parents. A lot of you, sorry guys, I'm still battling this, whatever. And so when I'm talking, I'll kind of lose my voice. But anyway, your parents are not very emotional or nurturing. They love you, but you can't go to them for certain things. So instead, you go within and you kind of just shut down and, do your own thing. Some of you are very young still. I feel like a lot of you are very young, like fresh into adulthood. And your childhood weighs heavy on you. I have the Three of Wands here also. This is about waiting for ships to come in traditionally. To me, this is a card about longing to be on one of those damn ships. Or waiting for somebody to please come so I can go. I feel like this is an abusive family dynamic. It doesn't have to be physical abuse. Mental abuse is still abuse. So maybe harsh words, belittling, things like that. We have Seven of Cups here. This isn't normally about options, but it's also about being disillusioned. Not disillusioned, I just heard somebody say that, and I was like, that's not the right word. But it's somebody being in their head. This is somebody kind of in a dream space, like creating fantasies. So I feel like some of you, your parents are addicts or drink a lot, or just kind of in their own bubble. Basically, I feel like you're an only child, and I feel like they never have paid a lot of attention. So it's created this rage in you that you project out onto others. Not even just rage. I feel like a lot of you are angry, but a lot of you are just shut down. So it's hard for other people to get to know you because you feel like, what's the point? You don't care anyway. You have this mindset that people don't want to get to know you because they don't want to hear you out. They don't care what you have to say because of your home situation. Chop wood. I need to see what this means. I've never pulled this card. I might have. I don't think I have. 42. Chop wood. I mean, it's a broom at a doorway, so I feel like it's time to clean house. It's time to get on. If you're younger, obviously you can't, which hopefully if you're under 18, you're not watching this, but being grounded in everyday experience, humility, okay. It's also about taking small steps and being practical, like not setting some massive goal right now, so that you can actually take smaller practical steps and have little goals, like make today's goal cleaning my room, that type of thing. That way you have the little victories that kind of give you that boost that you need again. Sometimes when we set big goals, if they don't happen fast enough, we feel like failures. And that's not an energy you need right now. You need the smaller things. If you're working on moving out, and maybe having trouble looking for a place, take time today to maybe go look for furniture for your future place. Look for, just something to take your mind off of that goal. That's a small victory. We have healing here. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. You're going through a period of healing now. So it's hard. Childhood trauma is hard. And when you come from a household where you don't feel love, it's very difficult to move out into the world accepting and giving love because you don't know how. So I think that's why the universe is having you kind of do little things for yourself so that you can build your confidence back up and realize that you have the power to give love. You can take that pain that you got as a child or even up to now and change it into love so that people don't have to go through that like you did. This is all about having confidence. Then we got confidence is your key to success. That's pretty literal. And then victim consciousness. This one is extremely important. Coming from a childhood where, things may have been a little rough or your parents weren't the most attentive, it creates this woe is me. I don't even want to say woe is me because that sounds like I'm minimizing what happens. I myself had a rough childhood, so I understand. When you remain in a victim consciousness, though, it's very low vibrational because you begin to be a victim to everything. Even people who are trying to do right by you, or even people who are trying to help, turn into bad guys. And then you don't take accountability for the things that you may have done to hurt somebody else. So it kind of just always keeps you as the person who's been wronged. When, let's be real, we all fuck up, right? So there's a lot of power in realizing that, you know what, I have made somebody else a victim. That's something I need to go within about and forgive myself about so that I can forgive somebody who victimized me. I'm going to read the book on it, though. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I know that sounds really harsh, and I'm not trying to because, I mean, shit. Rough childhoods. I mean, I've been binge watching interviews with people with rough childhoods, and it's traumatic. But in order to break a cycle, you have to do the hard work that your parents weren't willing to do or weren't able to do. Some of them just simply did not have the tools to raise us the way that they needed to. So you kind of learn to have some empathy for that, you know. Your inner victim can stop you from moving forward by creating dramas, making you judge others, telling you that you don't deserve better, and keeping you stuck in a financial rut. You need to build your internal confidence, self-worth, and courage. Get out of your comfort zone and work on expanding and growing in all areas of your life. Visualize. Here's what this book. I like this book. It kind of gives you. My daughter put stickers on it. It kind of gives you practical things to do. Visualize your inner victim. Ask to be aware when you are acting like a victim. Then ask your inner victim to show you how you could behave in a more empowered way. How do you need to think, feel, and act to be empowered? On a daily basis, ask yourself, am I acting from an empowered, victorious perspective or a victim perspective? And that's the truth. I was sexually abused as a child by a family friend. And I used to just tell people, you know, someone touched me and that's why I had a promiscuous time in my life, or that's why I had a child when I was 19 by somebody who I barely knew. You know, things like that. That keeps me in a victim mentality. Yeah, I was victimized. I was. Part of my childhood was robbed from me. But I didn't die that day. I have a beautiful child now. So although I was living in kind of like a low vibration victim-y type thing, when I became empowered and I realized I'm worth more than this, I'm not just going to sleep around, and I'm not judging anybody, because like I'm saying, I'm laying it all out there right now. I had my days. I became empowered and realized I don't have to do that for someone to love me. I damn sure don't have to do it for me to love myself. And now I have a daughter who I want to raise who never experiences that. I never want her to experience, not only just experience any type of sexual abuse, I don't want my child to ever feel like she has to go to some man or woman or some boy or girl or whoever for any kind of validation or to feel love again. I want to figure out how to love me enough that nobody can take that from me again. And it's very empowering when you forgive the person or people who have hurt you. It doesn't make it right what they did. I feel like, well, we won't get into the topic of sexual abuse, but it doesn't take that away from them, but that's their responsibility, not yours. That's like drinking poison and expecting them to die. All it's doing is hurting you, and it's keeping you from living a life of happiness and abundance and joy. So, anyway, look up victim consciousness. Look up, just things like self-love. And I think that'll be very beneficial for you, especially if you guys are in rabbit holes and staying up all night anyway. So, anywho, I'm going to leave that with you guys. I hope it resonates. If not, check out another reading. If it does, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.